Hey, you pencil neck geeks! Just joking, folks. Welcome to Start Building Me, my nightly training session to convince you that health and exercise are mandatory, folks. You've really got to do it just a little bit every night, and so a little bit is all I will indulge you with this evening. As always, I will not be here long. I am just here to show you that you can just pump the blood around your body very briefly. Shake your blood, as Dave Grohl said in the Probot album with Let Me Kill Mr. One of my favorite albums, or rather one of my favorite songs off the Probot album. Folks, all we're trying to do in life is pump the blood around our body, out through our blood vessels, back up into our brain, or out into our brain in the first place. Look, folks, you really have to exercise. And as I always say, think globally, act locally. This is where you start. If there's something that doesn't quite function right in your body, in your brain, this is a really good place to start troubleshooting that issue. So let's walk and talk, because I want to get in and out of here. I am currently watching the weird movie, The Al Yankovic Story, on Paramount Plus. Very cool. Check it out if you have it. If not, don't download it off torrents. That would be incredibly illegal. You wouldn't want to take money off expensive and wealthy production houses, would you, folks? That would be wrong. Anyway, what is this, folks? It's called a squat. There are many, there are many like it, but this one is mine. Just joking, folks. This is what a squat looks like. Look, when you're doing the bodyweight squats, you really don't have to keep your body straight. For me to keep my body straight, perpendicular to the ground, I have to take quite a wide stance. But since there's no barbell on my back, I can just do them like this. No trouble about that at all. Pumping the blood around your body. As I said, Probot, the Dave Grohl Project album. Shake your blood with Let Me Kill Mr. R.I.P. Lemmy. Anyway, folks, hope you had a good day wherever you are in the world. I have, as always, been making videos about the importance of exercise, folks. The importance of exercise. If you're one of those people that wants to save the world, the place to start is right here. Not necessarily at Start Building Me, but looking after yourself, your exercise, your health. If you look after yourself, then that means you can save the government some money, you can save healthcare systems some money, and I mean, I don't really necessarily want to save their money, because they're probably just going to put it into their own pockets, which is typical of what the government does. But nonetheless, if we could all, as a collective, do a little bit more exercise, folks, there'd be a greatly reduced chance that you're going to be in the hospital at some stage. And trust me, not only from somebody who's been to hospital on numerous occasions, but who has worked in hospital and has seen people in their bed and sometimes in their deathbed, and you can see that look on their face, which makes you know that they wished at some stage in their life they'd taken their health a little bit more seriously. Not smoking, not drinking, exercising more, driving slow on the roads, whatever it is, folks. There are so many conditions that you can mitigate by start building yourself. And again, I don't need your engagement. I love your engagement because I'm a clown, but at the same token, if you just exercise, I couldn't care less where you do it. And in fact, you can integrate it better into your lives, like just walking to and from school, to and from the office as a commute. I'm basically the drum and bass Richard Simmons here, folks. I'm just here to tell you that you've got to exercise. I just can't play music because I would get kicked off stream and the other Twitch services for copyright infringement. So I'm working on that, folks. Maybe have to get some underground jungle in here, if you know what I'm saying, folks. You probably don't, because little children don't know what jungle music is. Disgusting. Anyway, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Get that blood pumping through your body. We're competing against ourselves and our performance yesterday. Drill that into your head, folks. We are competing against ourselves and our performance yesterday. That's all we're trying to do. People don't exercise because they say, I'm not going to be the world champion or something. That's such a think politely think currently day, something that I can't do. It's an unimportant part, it's an unimportant measure, basically, is who cares about being the world champion of something? That comes if you just enjoy something, you do it repetitively, you do it consistently, which is always what I'm trying to tell you here at Start Building Me, is that consistency is the most important part about all of this, folks. The more you do it, the more you want to do it, the more you want to do it, the more chance you'll become a world champion. Until then, pump the blood through your body. It's really that simple. And, you know, take a break from the curses, Counter-Strike, League of Legends, like Sam Bankman-Fried embezzling money from FTX whilst playing League of Legends. What a lifestyle. Why didn't we think of that, eh? Well, it's probably because we've got a soul, and I'm pretty sure Sam Bankman-Fried doesn't have a soul. Is quite possibly El Diablo, for all we know. Anyway, he will get his, he will meet his maker. Probably not. Not if he's the devil. Anyway, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I am always doing compound movements, the most fundamental exercises that you can be doing. The efficiency of these exercises means that you can put in quite a little effort to get quite a big result. And that's why the big three, you see powerlifting competitions, they do deadlifts, they do squats, and they do bench press. These are known as the big three. The big three compound movement lifts. What is a compound movement? Compound movement lift is something that integrates a whole bunch of different levers, different groups of muscles together to do seemingly what seems to be one movement. And this is really something fundamental to learn. Now, look, powerlifting is, you know, sniffing salts and having big dudes slap you on the back and scream at you is not everybody's idea of exciting gym fitness time. I used to have a good time powerlifting with my friends, but as you get older, you find that it's really not so important to learn how to lift multiple plate lifts. But one thing is important as always, folks, just pump the blood around your body. Sit down on your bed, stand up, sit down on your chair, stand up, whatever it is that you're doing, folks. This is basically the fundamentals to exercise. Already 7 minutes in. My watch is lying to me. Measure my blood. And by blood I mean bread. But glitching out at this time of night. 100 beats per minute, so that's a decent, reputable increase of heart rate is the word or the phrasing that I'm looking for, folks. I have been recording videos on here all day. I am sick of enunciating everything perfectly. It is quite annoying. The production values that these damn whippersnappers demand to get information for free, while Sir is casting pearls before swine. See, I've been reading too much of the Bible recently, folks. And Bowser, Big Beam Burrito, I like the the alliteration, or is it the assonance? Assonance, I believe. I can't remember. It's been a long time since I studied literature. And excuse me for my craziness, folks. It is the hump day. It is my birthday tomorrow. How about that, folks? I'm going to go and take the day off tomorrow. I will be here tomorrow, though, folks, as always on Thursday night, doing what I do best, which is shilling exercise as only a shill can do to try and convince you to pump the blood around through your body. Guess why? Because it will improve your life. That is empiricism. That is science. If you want to trust the science, and thank you very much for my pre-birthday wisher. In only a few hours, I don't usually celebrate my birthday. I don't even know why I mentioned it, but I just saw the date here on the screen in front of me, which is directly underneath a message that you sent. So thank you for your wishes, and I do love your name. I love Bowser, and I love Burrito, so how about that? But I digress. Please, folks, exercise, and as I always say, it doesn't have to be here with me. I'm not trying to farm your engagement. You can go and do whatever you want, as long as when you see Start Building Me, you think, hey, it's that goose that's going to tell me to walk to school. It's that goose that's going to tell me to walk to the office, walk to my friend's house, walk up to the shops when I go and get a nice coffee, iced chocolate, ice cream, whatever it is that you're going, folks. just try and do the bare minimum of exercise. That's all I'm trying to explain to you people, is that it's something that when you're younger might not be so apparent, but as you get older, you will be grateful that you can have some mobility basically and do some exercise stuff. So that's all I'm trying to do here for. Look, 10 minutes in, I'm only going to be here for another 10 minutes. And as I said, just so this pops up and you'll be like, damn, it's that guy that tells me to exercise. Why is he telling me to exercise? Because it improves your life. How does it improve your life? You are pumping the blood through your body. And guess what is part of your body? Your brain, folks. It has been suggested by multiple studies that 35 minutes of moderate level exercise per day is what is required for your brain to function properly. Now, this might be something that you can be like, that's not true. You can dismiss that. It's actually not, folks. It is the truth. It has been something that has been so concerning to me as a healthcare data analyst for 20 years that I'm willing to sit up here like a dork every night and do a bit of exercise with people who might not be so aware of what's involved, or they might be shy and not want to go to the gym. And I understand that, because the gym is kind of a pretty weird environment if you haven't been going to it your whole life. So if it's something like, imagine the Start Building Me fake beach studio, which is just in your room. It could be in your backyard, it could be in your living room, where you can just, think of yourself sitting down on the edge of your bed, standing back up. Sitting on your chair, standing back up. You might have better posture than me. My goodness, I hope so. For me to have better posture, I have to stand a little bit wider apart, and mimicking this action, getting the blood pumping through my body, means that it'll be improving how my brain functions. And that is really the most important part of exercise, folks. If you exercise, it reduces your anxiety levels. It reduces, in turn, the chance that you will be feeling depressed. It makes you feel happier. You produce endorphins, which are natural opiates and painkillers in your brain. There are so many reasons for biochemistry why you need to exercise, and they are on a video that I've already done on my YouTube channel under the same name, Start Building Me. So you can check that out. I've got more content coming up soon, but I've just started this from a streamcast service where, as I said, I'm trying to lure people away from video games for 20 minutes a night. Stay for 5 minutes if that's all you want to do. I do some squats like I do now, do some push-ups. You can do them off your knees if you can't do a strict push-up, whatever it is. But I know that you can do a squat, folks. You can sit down onto a chair and stand back up. You can sit down onto the edge of your bed and stand back up. Whatever it is you're doing, I know that there are some basic exercises that you can do to pump the blood around your body and then get back to whatever it is you're doing. That is up to you. I am going to continue watching the Yankovic story on Paramount Plus. I always thought he was cool. Seems like a good movie. Anyway, so my heart rate is still up around 90 BPM, which means the blood is pumping into my brain, and thank goodness for that, because the speed that I'm talking at now would make me dizzy otherwise and fall into a heap. I'm going to do another 5 quick squats, do some push-ups, and then get out of here for the night. Folks, wherever you are in Australia, I hope you had a good day. Wherever you are in Europe, I hope you are about to have a good day. As always, introduce yourself, send me a message on any of my social media platforms. Say good day. If you have any questions ever, feel free to ask me. I'm a healthcare data analyst, and I know a lot of stuff about healthcare, so if there's something that I can help you, I will happily clarify. If not, ask ChatGPT. He's going to make me unemployed soon enough. So, and did I just assume ChatGPT's gender? It could be a she, it could be an it. I have no clue. Ask ChatGPT if you don't want to ask me. And that rhymes, and you know it rhymes. Anyway, 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Now, I'm going to do some push-ups because that's the whole aim of the game, folks. I'm going to try and show you that within 20 minutes normally, sometimes I go up to 30, but usually 20 minutes, you can get the blood pumping through your body, Get ready for the next round of Counter-Strike. Get ready for the next round of League of Legends. Whatever it is you're playing, if there's something cooler than either of those games. I'm an old dust collecting Counter-Strike global offensive boomer, so if there's something cooler than that, let me know in the chat or send me a message. Otherwise, somewhere else. Now, if I go across here down to my floor cam, which is of course not on. My goodness. Where is my brain this evening? I have not done enough exercise. Here we go. Looks like midweek has met my technology system as well. Anyway, folks, if you cannot do a push-up, you can always do them off your knees like this. Looks like a push-up to me. Don't let anybody tell you differently. If you can do them off your feet. Tense your butt, clench your butt together, spread your fingers to give yourself as much surface area as you can. And breathe. But like I said, there's certainly nothing wrong with doing them off your knees like that. You're pushing yourself off the ground, folks. That is still a push-up. You are competing against gravity. If you're competing against gravity and pushing yourself up off the ground, rather, you are doing a push-up. So, no form sticklers or perfectionistas in here. I'm just trying to get you to push the blood around your body, folks. Maybe you've done this already. Maybe you play sport. Awesome. I love sport. I play a whole bunch of them. Maybe you've walked to and from school today. That's good exercise, folks. And if you do that, give yourself a pat on the back, because I'm saying that that's already puts you into the rarest group of people in the Western world who unfortunately do no exercise at all. So we don't want to do that. We want to do a bit more than nothing, and that's it. Sally Star jump in the house. No drama at all. Glad you could make it, and good to see you. I'm just always in on my daily rhetoric, shilling Bowser Big Bean Burrito about the importance of exercise, and anybody out there as well, whether you're live or watching on repeat, the importance of exercise. Folks, I am not a salesman. I am a healthcare data analyst. I do not want to sell you anything other than the idea that the best way to stand up for yourself and the best way to empower yourself is to think globally and act locally, as they used to say. I think it was an environmental slogan. Oh yeah, sure, no doubt about that. I hope your recovery process is going okay. I certainly am no good patient when stuff is not working in Dave's Start Building Me body and frame. So always light at the end of the tunnel when injured. And another purpose here at Start Building Me is to get people back on track after they've been injured, because sometimes, mate, if I've been on crutches as Star Jump or in a wheelchair from a motorcycle crash that I had a few years ago, it is a bleak position to be in, folks. And it's one of those times that makes this this service of Start Building Me seem useful, because, man, you are just like, how am I going to get myself standing and walking again? But hey, there's always time to start getting back into it. And even if it's not, just say you've been permanently disabled, so you're in a wheelchair, there are still things you can do for exercise that will help you get through your day, including ones that I'm doing right now, like head circles. My goodness. Crack, clickety crack. My head is, well, actually not my head. My head is, you know, nutty as a, what's incredibly nutty? A squirrel's breakfast? I don't even know. That was a terrible joke. But my neck does need a few circles here and there. Don't forget, if you can't do strict push-ups, do them off your knees. If you can't even do that, you can just walk your weight out. By walk, you know, roll on your knees and just put a bit of weight like that on your shoulders, maybe move them side to side. Get that blood flowing, folks. That's all we're trying to do. As always, crunchy nut. That's it, crunchy nut cornflakes, mate. Those are the days. Eating boxes of cereal, folks. It's when you know you've got a problem. Don't at the time. You're just like, oh, why did I just eat 700 grams of cereal in one sitting? Was I that hungry? No. You're a sugar addict, so that's what's wrong. But hey, I'm going to shed some light on that with videos to come. At the moment, I did a video today about the importance of exercise and try to make it as clickbaity as possible, because hey, I have to combat, I have to contend with all the clickbaity videos as well. But at least mine are trying to keep you alive and healthy, folks. It's not TH. Sorry, folks, it's almost the end of my day and 20 minutes in. I'm going to do 5 or 10 more push-ups, and I'll explain them while I do them for my benefit as much as it is for your benefit, folks. So, if you want to learn how to do a push-up, a strict push-up, you lie on the ground, you spread your fingers, you line up the thumbs with your bottom of your chest. Now, the reason you don't have your arms out here, which a lot of people do when they do push-ups, is because, see, that puts an unnatural angle there into your elbow, and it means you only have to travel a short distance, which should make it easier. You're using less energy, but you're stressing your shoulder a lot, and your shoulder is a very, very easy to injure joint. So you want to avoid that. By having your hands in here close to your chest, you're activating your tricep, which is the biggest part of your upper arm. It's a very strong and a very short little muscle. And if you learn to do push-ups this way, it might seem a little bit harder to start with, but after a while, you'll get a much more stable base, which means you won't be sort of swinging to and fro when you're doing them. And guess what, folks? You'll be able to do a whole bunch more. So you put your feet together, spread your fingers, lining your thumbs up with the bottom of your chest. Keep your arms together. Don't chicken wing them out, as I always say. Make it so they go up straight like that. The last piece is to breathe in before you push and tense your butt and your feet. It's a plank with movement, so that's basically how I start learning them, folks. Don't have to keep on going, and you can stop and go between them. This is Start Building Me after all, folks. This is no advanced class. I'm not trying to get people in who haven't exercised before. I want to show you the basic technique to make it easier to get into, more enjoyable, but that's basically it, right? If you want to get more advanced techniques, one-arm push-ups, diamond handstands, push-ups, whatever it is, there's plenty of people doing that on YouTube already. You'll be able to check that out, right? I'll be able to find videos as well for you. Excuse me, had a whole bunch of water with magnesium powder in it. Like I said, there's plenty of people out there who are legit and have legit information, but that's not my bag, baby. I'm just trying to get you to stand up off the couch, do some push-ups and some squats, and then get the hell out of here. So Star Jump, I was just saying, I watched the Weird Al movie. It is really cool. I will watch it again once you are up here in shiny, sunny, far north Queensland. Stay tuned for that. We are up here at 23 minutes, folks. I'm going to do, like I said, 10 more push-ups and get out of here. Love you and leave you. But as always, like and subscribe. Ask me questions on social media, folks. I am an expert in healthcare data. If there's anything that you have questions about, a project that you have for biochemistry in school, something that you want an answer for, hint, I'm probably just going to ask ChatGPT. Just joking, I'll probably know the answer off the top of my head. I'll help you. Until then, take it easy, folks. I'll see you back here tomorrow night. Even though it is my birthday, I've got no life, folks, and I like it that way. My life is healthcare data analyst. So, let's get cracking. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. I'm feeling good already. As always, things that you can do, calisthenics. Grab, interlock your fingers, do some of these. Do some of these. Elbow rolls, maybe arms, singular. Look how bad my shoulder flexibility is. I've done some doozies on them over my time. Some neck rolls, folks. Look after your body. It's just like a push bike, an old man's way of saying a bicycle, or your skateboard, or a car. Whatever it is, folks, you've got to look after it. The bare minimum is all I'm suggesting here. I would say namaste, but I'm not a filthy hippie. Just joking, hippies. Shout out all the hippies. Get out of here. Just joking. Have a good night, folks. Look after yourself and take it easy, and I will see you tomorrow. As always, for a short, sweet session. Look, in and out by 25 minutes, folks. That's all it should take. Have a good night.